UK's digital ID system has already been hacked twice. Joe Rogan comments on the UK absolutely collapsing in digital IDs. Digital ID is now going to be used to access your money in the bank, and they're now consulting whether or not to give digital IDs to 13-year-olds. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it, boys. First and foremost, the UK digital ID system getting hacked twice already. 2 breaches showing that this is an absolute failure. It is ridiculous. Look at this. A government test team revealed that the new digital ID system was hacked earlier this year. So it was already hacked this year. So ministers disbanded the team and covered it up. Then it was hacked again, and no one even noticed until the hackers themselves came forward. You heard that right. Ridiculous. 2 breaches in the trial phase. No public disclosure. Full rollout still planned. Imagine Russia or China getting a hold of every worker's personal details in one swoop. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is utterly ridiculous. This is so dangerous. This is literally a national security threat. There is no world, no universe, no reality where a country actually thinks that this is some sort of plan for betterment, to pull all of your country's information into one source so that you can run it, with some authoritarian fist of power. It's ridiculous. It's utterly insane. When this was first swept underneath the rug, it was brushed off as not that big of a deal, that all of your information is potentially going to be at risk, that this is some kind of national security threat, that the digital ID system isn't safe and should not be put into some full scale all across the country. Whenever this was first brought up, the minister said the allegations were old and irrelevant because they were in March. But now GDS has confirmed our worst fears. In the course of red team penetration exercise by an external specialist, which stimulates a hostile cyber attack, one login was penetrated at the highest level without detection. 0 flags in the system were raised. No alarms went off. This one took place in March, indicating that one login today is an insecure system. That's absolutely right. And they're still planning to go forward with a full plan, a full release of digital ID. They're planning to attach money to it. They're planning to make it where you need digital ID to access your currency. So not only is your information not going to be safe, but your wallet is even going to be less safe. It's insane and ridiculous. Joe Rogan literally had a lot to say on the issue, so let's hear what he had to say.
Well, England's just submitted to it. They just submitted to digital ID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID on these people. And once they do digital ID, they're going to attach it to a social credit score. They're going to attach it to a carbon footprint.
Oh, 100%. That's why they're even attaching it to your wallet in the first place. As you'll see later in this video, they are literally, their full-blown plan is to attach this to your currency. And the whole reason that they are attaching it to your currency is not to control illegal immigration, or it's literally to control you. It is 100% some kind of Chinese social credit score. Yeah, look, China's a globalist blueprint for the West. 100%.
And then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely. And most importantly, they've already arrested 12,000 people for social media posts.
Yeah. That's insane.
Above and beyond.
You're gonna trust the government that arrests 12,000 people a year for social media posts, more than any other country in the entire world. You're gonna trust the government that does that with control over you, your information, your money, your life, everything? Nah, dude. The freaking UK has been subverted. They have been infiltrated by some foreign force that is 100% trying to erode Western civilization in the UK. They are trying to destroy that country. There is no other reasoning for it. You can't reason your way out of this. This is insane. It's ridiculous.
Every other country, way above Russia. Russia was like 400 last year. The UK is 12,000. Any criticism of immigration, any criticism of grooming gangs and people being raped, any talk about how horrible this is, they come visit you. It's like someone's trying to destroy England.
It's crazy,
literally like
right?
they've got a concerted effort to destroy England, and they're getting away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And what happened?
100%. That's literally what I would do. If I was trying to destroy a country, the first thing that I would do was I would flood it with millions of people that have like a very dangerous, ideology or whatever. I would literally flood it. And then I would slowly try to erode the freedom of speech so that you couldn't talk bad against me. I would say, oh, no, I can't let them find out, I can't let them find out. So let me make sure I put anybody in jail that speaks, anything against what I'm doing, any kind of government dissent, any dissent of the government. Nah, any divisive language against what I'm saying. Nah, dude, like, it's literally what they're doing. They call it wrong think. You cannot think a wrong way. I'm sorry, but I'm allowed to hate who I want to hate. I'm allowed to think any way I want to think. I could be completely anti-human and anti-life. It shouldn't fucking matter. Like, the term wrong think is just so disgusting. And to actually put someone in jail for what they said on social media or for wrong think, like, that's utterly ridiculous. It's insane.
Over there.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy to watch because the mass immigration's not an accident.
No, it's not.
If I was going to destroy a country, I would do it exactly the way they're doing it.
Yep.
I'd take away their freedom, take away their ability to protest, take away their guns, which they did in the 90s.
They did that in the 90s? Oh, my God.
Start tightening that noose.
Yep.
Tighter and tighter. Add more restrictions, more this, more that.
I mean, we're getting closer.
And just the arresting people.
bad.
When you arrest 12,000 people for social media posts, you don't just arrest people for social media posts. You change people's ability to post about things because of fear.
Yeah,
so they self-censor.
They self-censor because you're afraid to say something that's going to get you put in jail. So while you might not be even talking about the migrant issue on your social media, you might just want to call Keir Starmer a wanker, or so you want to call him an idiot, or you want to have like some kind of dissent against what he's doing. You want to be divisive. You want to say something against what Keir Starmer is saying. Well, now you're not going to say it because you're afraid, because they just arrested your neighbor because he said something against Palestine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you instantly self-censor yourself.
So you don't even you're hitting them with like this one guy who complained about. There's a famous video where this fucking idiot in a wig. He's one of them judges, and they wear the wigs, the white powdered wigs, and he's sentencing this guy for 20 months for social media posts that are normal.
Yeah,
like normal complaints about mass immigration of illegals from other countries that aren't assimilating and that they believe are ruining their society, which there's a real argument for.
Yeah, that's
what online discourse
argument.
is supposed to be about. Like having conversations, like I'm voicing my concern for the way society is running right now because of what's happening.
You can't even
and no
do
one's
that.
doing anything about it, and no one's protecting anybody. It's nuts, man.
Anytime in human history that would be called an invasion.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
now
It's not just an invasion. It's like they're doing it. They're letting people do it. They're enabling these people doing it, and they're putting them on the dole too, which is even crazier.
Yep, they're enabling it, and then if you speak out against it, you go to jail. It is utterly ridiculous. It's insane is what it is. But Keir Starmer literally wants to not only do all of that, but he wants to attach your digital ID, which he's planning to do a full rollout of, to your currency, to your wallet. It's insane. Like, he said the quiet part out loud here. It's ridiculous. This is not something that should be allowed. Western society is not built around, communism or socialism or having some social credit score where they can put you in jail and block your ability to use your funds or your wallet if you've said something wrong or that Keir Starmer considers wrong.
For it. Here in India, I think it's 1 billion people have digital ID. It's been taken up on a voluntary basis in huge numbers. Not least.
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider India's government, a leader in free speech and free Western ideology. Are you kidding me? The freaking president in India just went to China's summit, China's little peace summit, whatever the fuck they called it.
Because it means that you can access your own money, make payments so much more easily than is available with others. So I think now
it's so convenient, boys, being able to access your money through your digital ID and make payments. That's just it's so convenient. So yeah, look, the top comment. Digital IDs sound convenient until they become compulsory. In India, millions were denied food and welfare because their digital ID failed to verify their fingerprints worn, servers down, or data missing. One glitch, one policy, and your freedom to live vanishes. Digital ID, freedom, Aadhaar, surveillance. It's so crazy to me. The people that are coming out in defense of this, they're defending digital ID like it's some cure to the problem in all of Western civilization or something. It's not. It's really not. It's literally going to create more problems than it will ever cure. Your complacency that you will get from having all of your information in your wallet and everything underneath one little, nice, neat little digital ID is going to become a problem whenever you're oppressed by the state, by everything there, by the information there, they're literally going to have full control over you, and they're going to force it upon you. It is insanely dangerous. And with that being said, they want to move forward to putting digital IDs on 13-year-olds. This same thing that they can't even protect. They can't even protect your information with the digital ID system that they're going to do a full rollout of. Now they want to attach your child's information to that same digital ID. Isn't that insane? Proven to not be able to even secure the information. Now they want to put children's information at risk with putting it on 13-year-olds. It is ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous, reprehensible even. Like, look at the top comment. They can F right off, mate. This government is supposed to work for us, commie scumbags. And I can show you that they're not working for you because this was the response to the do not introduce digital ID cards. There were 2 million signatures. 2 million signatures. That is a lot of people to piss off. That is 28 times the required amount for a debate in Parliament. The 28 times. That is a lot of people to piss off. Look what the government said. They said, we will introduce digital ID anyway. I don't know how many people are in the UK. I'm assuming it's not as much as the US. So I'm assuming 28 times the required amount is a lot. 2.8 million is a lot. That's like 1% of the US. You do not want to piss off that many people. Excuse me. That's like as many people showed up to Tommy Robinson's march. You really want to piss off all of those people? Brother, Jesus. But look at within this parliament to help tackle illegal immigration, make accessing government services easier for the asylum migrants, by the way. That's what it's for. It said... So they're going to tackle illegal immigration of, all the other people coming in, just not the ones that they're bringing in on boats, just the ones that are coming in without their knowledge. The other, millions that they are bringing in on boats that they're literally putting life jackets on and, shuffle them across the harbor to go immediately give them some job. Yeah, that's it. That's who they're going to make accessing government services easier for. Enabling wider efficiencies. This includes your wallet. That's literally what this means. That's why they didn't tell you beforehand. This is going to include your bank, your wallet, everything, so that whenever you say something bad on social media, they can essentially, shut down your currency, make it harder to live. We will consult on details soon. So their response to the digital ID thing was literally just fuck off. That's what it was. They told 2 million people without fear of, pissing them off, we're going to do it anyway. We're not even going to hold it for a debate because that's how little we care about governing you, even though we are supposed to be in service of you. Like, it's insane. It is utterly ridiculous. Here, this says no one should live in fear, but we all know everybody lives in fear of the Home Office. The next Stalin, Keir Stalin, back at it again, oppressing his people, forcing his people to live underneath some kind of authoritarian regime with an iron fist. You want to talk about iron fisted? There is nothing more iron fisted than denying 28 times what was needed for a consideration of a debate. 28 times that, and your response is no, we're not going to hold a debate. We're doing what we want. We're going to do it anyway. Like, what are they, fucking mob bosses? Like, Jesus, it is so insane. But make sure you like the video, boys, and subscribe. Bump it up in the algorithm. Leave a comment. I'll drop a heart. Thanks so much, boys. GG's. Peace.